Ever found yourself seething, plotting revenge on someone who's done you dirty, dreaming of ways to make them feel the pain they caused you? It's a common feeling. We've all been there, brooding over our personal villains, be it rivals, critics, or even friends and family who've stabbed us in the back. But what if I told you there's a cooler, more badass way to handle these foes? A way that doesn't involve throwing punches or brewing up some dark plot, but instead using your head, your heart, and a hefty dose of self-control. This method doesn't just knock your enemies down a peg. It elevates you, turning you into the chillest, most unshakable version of yourself. Free from all that negative junk, vibing in harmony with the world. That's Stoicism in a nutshell. Stoicism's got this rad concept. The only stuff we can really control is our own thoughts, choices, and actions. Everything else? It's like weather, changing all the time, out of our hands. So, Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own biz, roll with the punches, and keep our inner chill. It's not about being numb to the world. It's about being smart and proactive, living true to ourselves and rolling with logic and reason. If you like our video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel. And here we go. Lesson 1. See your enemy as your mentor. Alright, picture this. You're gearing up, ready to face your so-called enemy, but hold on a sec. Let's flip the script, Stoic style. Imagine if Marcus Aurelius was in your corner, whispering wisdom. He'd likely say, "Your enemy? Nah, they're not your enemy. They're your teacher." Bam. That's a game changer. Here's the deal. Stoicism teaches us to look at challenges, or in this case, enemies, as opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to grow, to test our virtues. Think about it. That person you're butting heads with is giving you a free lesson in patience, resilience, maybe even empathy. Instead of throwing punches, you're taking notes. So next time you're facing off with someone, take a step back. Ask yourself, what's this situation teaching me? It's not about destroying your enemy with brute force. It's about outsmarting the conflict, learning from it, and coming out stronger. Your enemy just might be the best teacher you've ever had, showing you firsthand how to embody Stoic virtues. Remember, as Epictetus would say, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your reaction? Gratitude for the lesson and a move towards personal growth. No fight necessary. Friends, we strive to create unique content for you, for which we would like to ask you to support our channel by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and we also recommend watching our other videos. 2. It's not them, it's your perspective. Now we're diving deeper into the Stoic toolbox. Let's unravel this. Your enemy, believe it or not, isn't the root of your suffering. Shocking, right? But it's your judgment about them that's the real culprit. Seneca would have a field day with this one, reminding us, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Here's the deal. When someone's getting on your last nerve, it's super easy to play the blame game. But Stoicism throws a curveball and says, wait a minute, is it really them? Or is it how you're choosing to see the situation? That dude who swooped your parking spot or your office rival isn't holding some remote control to your emotions. Nope, that power lies with you and your judgments. So, what's the game plan? Take control. Change how you're looking at things. Instead of tagging someone as your personal rain cloud, flip the script and ask, what's in my control here? Your mindset and reactions are yours to steer. By adjusting your outlook, you basically strip any so-called enemy of their power to ruffle your feathers. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic heavyweight, says it best. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Boom, there it is. Your superpower isn't about controlling what others do. It's all about how you respond. Break free from the chains of judgment, and you're playing the Stoicism game like a pro. Lesson 3, let it go. Think of forgiveness in the Stoic sense as unlocking the handcuffs you've put on yourself. It's like you've been hauling around a heavy bag full of rocks, each one a grudge or someone's wrong against you. Deciding to forgive is like dropping that bag. Not because it's suddenly featherlight, but because you're over-carrying it. Marcus Aurelius hit the nail on the head. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Forgiveness is living that advice, turning the bitterness into chill vibes and peace. This doesn't mean you pretend the bad stuff never happened. You see it, you feel it, but then you decide to step over it. It's about knowing that messing up is part of being human. Just like Seneca said, to err is human, but not letting someone else's mess up dictate your vibe. When you forgive, you're cutting loose the negativity that's been holding you back, stepping into a lighter, more forward-moving version of yourself. It's a move that requires seeing past the pain to a place where understanding and empathy win over holding on to hurt. Forgiveness weaves into Stoicism like a key thread, blending wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. Dear viewers, your opinion is really important to us. Share it in the comments if you have any questions, or just write helpful video so we know what you find interesting. 4. Pay them no mind. Picture this. You're chilling, minding your own business, and someone tries to start drama. Instead of diving headfirst into the mess, you just don't. You keep your cool, scrolling through your life like nothing happened. It's not about pretending you didn't see it or being scared. It's about picking your battles like, do I really want to spend my energy on this? This is Stoicism in a hoodie and sneakers, basically telling us to keep our inner peace on lockdown, no matter what's popping off around us. Marcus Aurelius was onto something when he said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It's like deciding not to give someone the remote control to your emotions. You're in charge, not them. By not giving in to the urge to clap back, you're essentially ghosting the drama. You're saying, "Nah, I'm good," and keeping your peace intact. It's a classic move from the Stoic playbook. Focus on what you can control, which is how you react, not what others are doing or saying. By not feeding the fire, you're letting the drama fizzle out on its own. And, honestly, most of the time, it turns out to be a whole lot of nothing. Seneca threw in his 2 cents by saying, "Hang on to your youthful enthusiasms. You'll be able to use them better when you're older." So why waste your vibe on stuff that doesn't matter? Channel that energy into what makes you feel good and grows you as a person. Life's too short to get tangled up in needless beef. Keep your eyes on the prize and let the small stuff slide. 5. Get where they're coming from. Embarking on the quest to neutralize your enemy without physical conflict is like navigating the high seas without a compass, unless you embrace Stoicism as your guide. Herein lies the paramount strategy: understanding your adversary, not as an enemy, but as a fellow human being, caught up in their own struggles, fears, and desires. This isn't just a tactic, it's a profound shift in perspective that transforms the battlefield of life into a classroom of growth. The Stoics, with their profound wisdom, offer us a blueprint for peace. Marcus Aurelius encapsulated this approach when he said, "The best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that." This isn't about passivity. It's about choosing a higher path of personal virtue and wisdom. When faced with conflict, the Stoic strategy is to delve deep into understanding the motives and actions of your enemy. Why? Because understanding leads to empathy, and empathy disarms conflict more effectively than any weapon could. But how do we apply this in the heat of the moment? Start by pausing. In that pause, remind yourself that the person opposing you is acting out of their own set of beliefs, influenced by experiences you may know nothing about. They, like you, are navigating the complexities of life as best they can. This realization can shift your reaction from one of anger or retaliation to one of curiosity and compassion. Next, engage in dialogue, not as combatants, but as collaborators seeking understanding. This doesn't mean surrendering your values or conceding defeat. Rather, it's an opportunity to present your perspective with clarity and calmness, inviting your enemy to do the same. This approach can transform adversaries into allies, or at least neutralize the animosity between you. This path of wisdom not only leads to peace with others, but most importantly, peace within oneself. 6. Be the smarter player. Outsmarting your enemy in the Stoic arena isn't about cunning schemes or deceitful tactics. It's about wisdom, virtue, and the strategic use of your own character strengths. This approach transcends the mere act of winning a dispute or conflict. It's about elevating yourself and engaging with life's challenges in a way that promotes growth, understanding, and resilience. To outsmart your enemy, Stoicism suggests a path less traveled, turning inward and focusing on self-improvement and self-awareness. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor-philosopher, offers guidance when he says, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This isn't just about moral high ground. It's about recognizing that true victory comes from maintaining your integrity and peace of mind, regardless of external provocations. Outsmarting your enemy means choosing your battles wisely, knowing when to engage and when to withdraw. It's about asserting your values through actions rather than words, leading by example and influencing through integrity. Stoicism doesn't advocate for a passive existence, but for an active engagement with life, where challenges are met with wisdom, not brute force. Ultimately, outsmarting your enemy way is about self-mastery. It's about cultivating virtues that stand the test of time and conflict. This approach not only neutralizes adversaries, but also contributes to a life of purpose and meaning. In the grand scheme of things, the person who has mastered themselves and their reactions is the one who truly outsmarts any external enemy, turning every encounter into an opportunity for personal elevation and growth. Today we covered how to take down your enemies without a fight. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video. Thanks for watching.